Welcome back to Mass Appeal. Make dinner time easier by planning ahead with simple freezer meals. What a great concept.
Here to show us how to make them is food and entertaining expert Liz Corbett. Liz, this is a great idea. Show us how we do it.
It's an awesome idea. My idea is make a really big mess one time and then get like 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 meals out of that one mess. Done, no stress. Come home and it's like already done. It's already made.
Sounds great.
We're going to focus on breakfast right now.
Okay.
It's all too tempting to go to the drive-thru. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Confess.
Have you been stalking her this past week?
Do you see what happens when she comes into work?
I know. There's a lot of reasons why we want to do things ahead of time. It's going to save us money because we can buy things in bulk. It is going to save us time because we're going to have a whole lot of stuff done ahead. And it will save our sanity because we don't even have to worry about it. We know we've got breakfast burritos in the freezer for like a month, depending on how many you make. So we've got some sausage going in here. You could certainly do this without meat. Basically, it's scrambled eggs and a little bit of cheese in a tortilla. So it's not difficult. There really isn't any recipe, but this is how we're going to do it today. We're going to throw in some salsa and some other things. Sure. And try not to make a mess on everybody's pretty outfits.
You say we're all dressed up, but no place to go.
Maybe if you whisk very gently.
I'll whisk.
Okay,
yes.
I've got the apron on, but oh, not quite so gently. There we go.
No, I got it. I'm just getting warmed up. There we go.
This is going to make about 15 breakfast burritos, and you're going to have a dozen eggs, and then we're going to put in 3/4 of a cup of milk, and you can do the low fat, absolutely. You can make it as skinny as you want.
Okay.
All right. So
how's that, Liz?
That's perfect. That's going to go into, I've already got the breakfast sausage. You could do turkey sausage.
Well, bacon.
Again, you could bake, oh my gosh.
Yes, please.
Hello, yes.
All right.
Okay.
It smells so
Again,
good.
it's really what you want to do. Basically, you have to have eggs and you have to have a little bit of cheese to hold it together. Other than that, sky's the limit. So we're going to toss, well, we're not going to toss. We're going to very carefully pour this into here.
But basically, we're pre-making a very large scramble.
You are. You're doing a dozen eggs all at once. And I'll kind of keep stirring and semi-scrambling here. Basically, you're lifting where it starts to cook. You're lifting it off the edge like we do the scrambled eggs. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that whole concept. The fun part about this is that they're going to get individually wrapped, and then they're going to go into your freezer. Now, I don't know about you, but when you throw stuff in your freezer, does it just kind of get lost and buried?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big yes.
You open it up and you just kind of see icebergs, and you're not really sure.
And you're like, check out.
Yeah, you're not really sure what's in there.
I know, I could survive a month by the things that I have in my freezer, yet I never eat them.
You don't know what's in there.
Nope.
Well, I have a couple of really great ideas for that. One of which is keeping your items in your freezer, whether it's a chest freezer or a tall one, and I do have a photo that they can throw up at some point. The plastic, like the mini laundry baskets, those are awesome. You can put them in your freezer. A plastic box like this, repurpose it. That's my freezer, thank you. It's very organized.
Very nice.
Yes, thank you. So we've got the categories, veggies and fruit, breads are all together, meats are together, and then fun things like the ice cream and snacks are way down at the bottom.
Good decision.
So you can throw the smaller items into a basket or a box, and they're not going to be flying all around in your freezer. And if you have them in sections that make sense to you, you're going to know exactly where to go, and you're going to see when you're running low on something.
And you'll end up saving money because it's not going to go to waste.
Absolutely. I mean, I have been guilty of not paying attention and gone out and bought something, and I didn't realize I already had it in my freezer.
Now, Liz, what we're looking at now is your meal plan guide,
Yes.
and this can help you eat through your freezer, too.
Oh my gosh, that is a super cool idea. You don't have to be an organizing expert. You basically, what you need to do is take like maybe one day a month, sit down, take a couple of hours, think about all of the favorite meals that your family likes, or whether it's just you, it's even easier because you get to have what you want every day. And you're going to put it onto your meal calendar. That's going to go on the fridge door, and as you use up that meal, you're going to cross it off so you know you no longer have that one. You don't want to get overwhelmed when you're doing things ahead of time. Some people think, well, I have to take 10 days and cook for, 70 hours and do all this stuff. Take 1 or 2 favorite meals that you have that can go in the freezer and double or triple or quadruple it at one time, and then just package them all up in separate meals, and then you know you've already made. Really, it doesn't take that much longer.
How long does something like this last, though? We make these, we put them in the freezer. How long until we don't want to eat them anymore?
Well, assuming that they're favorites, and you're going to be digging into them often, if you package them correctly, they are really going to be good for several weeks, a month, even a couple of months, depending on the item.
Okay, now let's talk about reheating.
Yes. Here's an important thing. I'm really glad you mentioned that. We're going to do, hopefully we're going to get these to cook up so we can construct some.
But we're looking at the final product right now, so we have time.
That's the goal. That's what we're going for. Reheating, when you defrost something, if you remember nothing else, remember this one tip. When you are defrosting something from your freezer that's either going to go into your crock pot or into your oven, you really need to defrost it in your refrigerator, not out on the counter.
Okay.
It's not safe, not a good idea, really not a good idea if you have cats or other interested little, things in your house. You want to do that about 24 hours ahead of time, depending on the item. And then you're going to have those visual reminders are good for you. Like me, I am looking at my calendar and I might say, okay, tomorrow we're going to have the beef stew. So you want to take that out, put it in your fridge, and then I might put what's going to go with it with a crock pot on the counter. It's all about prepping the night before.
And having those visual reminders.
Take that 15 minutes the night before. Looks like we're almost ready to throw
And now
this
we just reheat it in the microwave? Is that how we do it?
The breakfast burritos are gonna go in the microwave. You want to take them out of the wrap. We're gonna throw these in foil, which obviously doesn't go.
All right, well, Liz, we're gonna check back in with you later. So, of course, live TV, we can only get it to cook as fast as we have time for it. But we'll check back in and we'll show the finished product. We're also gonna show you how to make chicken fajitas.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right?
Yes.
I can't wait for that. Also head on Master. We're back with food and entertaining expert Liz Corbett. We're making more freezer meals. We're making fajitas now, right?
We sure are. There's so many things that you can do. And in case anybody is a little curious, this is what the eggs look like when you're done. Okay, your basic scrambled eggs with everything. There we go.
And you just roll them up.
And you just roll them up, pop them in the foil, put them into your little organized space in your freezer, and you're going to warm them in a microwave for about a minute, wrap them in a paper towel, good to go.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's so easy. And it's fun, too.
You reheat them, not obviously if you're going in the microwave.
Not in the foil.
But in the paper towel.
In a paper towel, because then it absorbs any little kind of extra moisture and they're not going to get soggy, and they come out perfect in a paper towel.
See, that's the key, the paper towel, because that's my number one nervousness. I make these, they're soggy.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I will tell you those are very moist on the inside, so you want to be careful, like don't do it in the car with a suit.
Don't wear
not a good
suits
idea.
and eat breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, don't do that.
So we're going to make our own fajita seasoning, because when you buy fajita seasoning in the little packet, chances are it's been sitting there for about a very long time.
Couple years.
Yeah, and there's extra little weird things in there that we don't need, and it's not hard to make our own. So we're gonna, Ashley, would you mind? We're gonna have you put these spices in. There's a lot of yummy stuff going into this one. You grabbed the
onion powder.
And I'm totally cheating. We've got onion powder because we're gonna do a dry mix. Yep.
Yeah,
so
why
you're gonna
not?
do a half a teaspoon of that. So half of that spoon.
Got
because
it.
I only have the.
Yep.
She's good.
Wait, okay, there you go.
Okay. Half a garlic. We'll just do assembly line here.
Perfect.
And again, you want to do the dry because this is going to be like a dry rub. You could also use this for grilling too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we have
Chili powder.
Chili powder, and that's
half.
going to be 2 teaspoons.
Oh, 2 of these. Oh,
Yep.
oh,
Oops.
comes out fast.
Or approximately.
Or however much you want. apparently.
However much Ashley would like. Don't
Sorry.
worry about it.
This one's going to be potent.
See, I don't measure, so.
Gonna pack a
There you
punch.
go. That's
All right,
good.
so chili powder, and then we've got, tell us what you have.
Paprika.
Paprika. The smoked paprika is really yummy, by the way. 1 teaspoon of that.
See, now this one's not
I
coming
left
out
the
as
shaker
fast.
on. I apologize. I made it difficult for you.
Oh, that's
We
okay.
can guesstimate, just so people, and all these recipes are going to be on the website, so.
I know you're a neat freak. I'm driving
It's
you nuts
totally
right
fine. Not really. It's not my kitchen.
Okay. Okay.
I'll have to clean it up. Okay, so cumin. Just kidding. I'll clean
How
it
much cumin?
up. You're going to do
I guess however much is happening.
half
right?
teaspoon.
Perfect.
That
there
looks
you go.
perfect.
And cayenne.
pepper. And that's
that's-
going to be a 1/4 teaspoon, so not so much. Maybe like
So there it is,
4
your own
shakes.
fajita seasoning.
Okay.
There
a
you
little
go.
bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and some cornstarch. Because that kind of binds it all
Cornstarch.
together. Give it a little zhuzh
There
in the
you
bowl
go,
there.
a little zhuzh.
Ta-da, we just made our own fajita seasoning. Was that difficult?
Wow. Wait,
Not it.
what's the cornstarch for?
It just kind of binds it together, and
Okay.
it's going to thicken whatever you put it on. It'll sort of thicken and help it stick to.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
that's cool.
So now, Seth, we don't want to leave you out.
Oh, great, with the raw chicken. Thanks for
Okay,
involving me
so
now.
since he's got a suit on,
This part of the game.
what you're going to do is, honestly, you don't have to touch it.
Okay, good.
And I do have tongs just in case.
Yeah.
Just kind of sprinkle some of that on top.
Okay.
Because that's going to sit on the chicken tenders in the freezer for however long you have it in there. And it will
Oh.
kind of, hang out and do like a dry rub would do in the freezer. Doing its job. That's good.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to do that to all of it.
Do I flip it too? Both sides?
You don't really have to, because when you put it into the bag, they're going to kind of all like hang out together.
That's a great point.
It'll be good.
Okay.
We're making a fajita kit. Now, here's a really super fun thing that I'm so excited about. I get excited about this kind of stuff. I'm sorry.
I do
important.
too.
No.
Anything that makes life easier is
Yes.
it's like,
No, before the segment started, they were giggling about it to no end. The fajita kits.
It's a kit. It's a kit, okay?
Okay,
It's
what
a
goes into
do-it-yourself kit. Again, you can buy these and pay like $1 million, or you can do it yourself and pay like $1.50.
So we have onions,
So we've got
peppers.
the tortillas in here already, because it's like you tell your kids, go get the fajita kit. They just grab the one bag, right, out of the freezer. All right, we have actually sliced red peppers, and we have sliced onions. And then we're going to season our meat. That's going to go in its own little bag into the fajita kit. Now, here's the coolest thing ever. I was telling Ashley, she got her eyes lit up.
Yes.
You can do this in the oven instead of getting out the stir fry pan and everything.
And getting your stovetop full of grease and whatever.
So, like, you're really tired, you come home from work or whatever, and you're like, let's have fajitas. So you are going to put all of the ingredients except the tortillas into a glass baking dish 9 by 13. You're going to grease it a little bit first. I think it's 400.
Put them in frozen.
You want to defrost them.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep, you want to defrost them. Good point. And you're going to just put that and the chicken strips into the baking dish, 400, and I think it's like 20, 25 minutes. It's going to be on the website. And so that's baking in the oven, and you just like warm the tortillas, and you're done. You take it out and you scoop it into and then you have your extras, your sour cream and all that kind of stuff.
Saves time,
Isn't
saves
that awesome?
money. Very cool.
And it's also like friends are coming over. Oh, I'll get out my fajita kit.
Yeah, ta-da, I'm so special.
You can impress at dinner parties. Say,
Make
you know what I did
like,
this weekend?
you know, go to
Fajita
the
kit.
big box store, get the big giant thing of like 8,000 tortillas, and make like 6 fajita kits. You're good to go.
Oh, I'll be handing out fajita kits like it's Christmas.
Oh.
Here's
You want a fajita
another
kit?
This is what I'm
make-ahead
getting for
meal
Christmas
called
now.
teriyaki chicken, and I'm sharing this recipe with you as well on the website. And I wrote, can you see I wrote the directions right on the bag? It's no-brainer.
Defrost,
all right?
24 hours.
You put the date in.
Crock pot
you want to
slow.
defrost it 24 hours ahead of time. I've got the chicken breasts are at the bottom, so they're going to be marinating, hanging out. We've got 1 bag of the baby carrots because they're already small. We have 1 large onion. We have the pineapple chunks with the juice. A little bit of fresh grated ginger, and if you've never seen it, this is what it looks like. Looks like a little weird thumb or knuckle. And then here's another tip for you. Ready? I'm going to just throw them at you.
Yeah, wait, I'm
When you freeze your items, freeze them flat because they stack better in your freezer. So
Great
when
tip.
it
There we
first
go.
goes in,
Slap it down a little bit.
if you need to help it out a little bit by putting it on a cookie sheet or something, freeze them flat because then they're going to go into your freezer better. And I'll give you another tip. If you have the freezer with the little wire shelves, don't set it down onto there because they grab onto it and they freeze onto the shelf.
Oh.
Not cool.
And no one likes shelf in their fajitas.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Oh, yeah. If I had a nickel for every time I
All
had
of these will
shelf
be
in my
on
fajitas.
our website, and if you don't see them right away, they'll be there by this afternoon. So they will be there.
Yes.
All the directions so you can do this at home.
So another fun tip, I'm just going to keep throwing them at you. If you reach into there, when you get onions and peppers ahead of time, especially in the summer, when you go to the farmer's market, if you have your own garden, chop up a whole big, gigantic pile of them.
And freeze them?
Put them in your freezer because you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh, I need onions and
Liz,
peppers.
thank you
Love it.
so much.
They're there.
Freezer meals are amazing.
Thank you for watching. And we will